"But do you know what a nation means?" says John Weiss. "Yes," says Bloom. "What is it?" says John Weiss. "A nation," says Bloom. "A nation is the same people living in the same place." "By God, then," says Ned, laughing, "if that's so, then I'm a nation, for I'm living in the same place for the past 5 years. So, of course, everyone had to laugh at Bloom, and says he, trying to muck out of it, "Or also living in different places." "That covers my case," says Joe. "What is your nation, then, if I may ask?" says the citizen. "Ireland," says Bloom. "I was born here. Ireland." The citizen said nothing, only cleared the spit out of his gullet, and gob, he spat a red bank oyster out of him, right in the corner. "And I belong to a race, too," says Bloom, "that is hated and persecuted. Also now, this very moment, this very instant." Gob, he near burnt his fingers with the butt of his old cigar. "Robbed," says he, "plundered, insulted, persecuted, taking what belongs to us by right. At this very moment," says he, putting up his fist, "sold by auction in Morocco like slaves, or cattle." "Are you talking about the New Jerusalem?" says the citizen. "I'm talking about injustice," says Bloom. "Right," says John Weiss. "Stand up to it, then, with force, like men." That's an almanac picture for you. Mark for a soft-nosed bullet. Old Larry Face standing up to the business end of a gun. Gob, he'd adorn a sweeping brush, so he would, if he only had a nurse's apron on him. And then he collapses all of a sudden, twisting around all the opposite, as limp as a wet rag. "But it's no use," says he. "Force, hatred, history, all that. That's not life for men and women, insult and hatred. And everybody knows that it's the very opposite of that that's really life." "What?" says Alf. "Love," says Bloom. "I mean, the opposite of hatred. I must go now," says he to John Weiss. "Just round to the court a moment to see if Martin is there. If he comes, just say I'll be back in a second. Just a moment. Who's hindering you?" And off he pops like greased lightning. "A new apostle to the Gentiles," says the citizen. "Universal love." "Well," says John Weiss, "isn't that what we're told? Love your neighbor?" "That chap," says the citizen. "Beggar my neighbor is his motto. Love Moya. He's a nice pattern of a Romeo and Juliet." Love loves to love love. Nurse loves the new chemist. Constable 14A loves Mary Kelly. Gertie McDowell loves that boy that has the bicycle. M.B. loves a fair gentleman. Lee Chi-Han lovey up kissy cha poo chow. Jumbo the elephant loves Alice the elephant. Old Mr. Verschoyle with the ear trumpet loves old Mrs. Verschoyle with the turned-in eye. The man in the brown mackintosh loves a lady who is dead. His Majesty the King loves Her Majesty the Queen. Mrs. Norman W. Tupper loves Officer Taylor. You love a certain person. And this person loves that other person, because everybody loves somebody. But God loves everybody. Happy Bloomsday, everybody. So long, and thanks for all the fish.